Okay, we're going to start with, what day are we on? Day 6. Okay, what does day 6 look like then? What does it look like? 6 cubes. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay, fraction over 100. Yes, Harvey. 6 over 100. Good. Decimal. Do we have a whole filled in? No. Do we have a tenth filled in? No, we do not. Do we have hundredths filled in? How many hundredths? 6. Good. Okay, percent. If you got 6 correct out of 100, what is your percentage? 6%. Good. Odd or even? Even. So if I circle even, what can I automatically do? What did we talk about? What can I automatically do? Yes, Kelly. Yes, composite, because all even numbers are divisible by which number? 2. Good. Okay, decimal in word form. If you can say the decimal, you can say it in word form. So say this fraction for me. 6 100ths. Good. Okay, day in expanded form. What's the value of 6? 6. So 0 plus 6 equals 6. And factors of 6. Two numbers multiplied together. Well, let's do the easy one. 1 and 6. Good. Anything else? Nick? 2 and 3. Good. Anything else? Okay, then we make our rainbow lines. So is it prime or composite? It's composite because it has more than just 1 and itself. It has 2 and 3. Okay? Getting easier? Being able to understand? Good. All right, let's look at math tasks. All right, we're dividing with the decimal. So we're taking 6/10 and we're dividing it into groups of 2/10. So what does 6/10 look like? Jason. Okay, 6 longs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, everybody understand where I got that from? This is our dividend. How much we want to divide. Okay, so we're going to divide it into groups of what? What are we going to? 2/10. Good. Do I have enough to make 2/10? Could I make a group of 2/10 out of what I have? Yes, I can. There's a group of 2/10. I'm going to put a 1 there. Do I have enough to make another group of 2/10? Yes, I do. There's another group of 2/10. And do I have another? Yes, I can make another group of 2/10. So 6/10 divided by 2/10 equals 3. Okay, model and solve. What am I going to cut my rectangle in first? How many pieces? Start here. Fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of that, how much am I going to color in? One of them. Yes, good. Okay, so that's this right here. Now going across, making rows, what am I going to cut it into? Half, because my denominator is 2. How much of that am I going to color in? One of it. Good. Okay, where do I find my answer then? Where there are both colors. Good. So what is my whole cut into now? 8. How many how many 8s have both colors? 1. So 1/4 times 1/2 equals 1/8. Good. Okay, volume. Does anyone know the formula for volume? Because yesterday we talked about area, right? It was length times width. Well, volume, if we just did length times width, why doesn't that work? What about this? What's this called? Anyone know? This is called, so here's length, here's width, this is now height. Okay, so the formula for volume is length times width times height. So we're finding out how much all of those cubes take up, okay? So what's my length? 2, good. What's my width? 2. What's my height? 2, good. Okay, so what's 2 times 2? What's 4 times 2? 8. So the volume is 8 cubic units. Okay, perfect. Okay, round to the nearest. What place value is this in? The tenths. Good, I heard it, the tenths. Okay, find your number. Who's the tenths? Who's in the tenths place? Nope, this is just telling you this is the tenths place. Here's our number. What number is in the tenths place? The 3. Look right next door. Who's going to tell the 3 to do something? The 2 is. The 2 is going to tell the 3 to do what? Oh, 4 or less. Let it rest. So that means what? Stays the same. So what does the 3 become? Stays the same, right? Okay. Numbers to the left stay the same. So what do I put right here? Numbers to the right. 0 is their name, but we're not going to put any zeros. When it's decimals, we just want to do to the nearest tenth, okay? Okay, what place value is this one in? The hundredths. Find my number. Which number is in the hundredths place? The 2. Look right next door. Who's going to tell the 2 to do something? 1. 1 tells the 2 to stay the same. Numbers to the left stay the same. Good. Numbers to the right. 0 is their name. And because it's decimals again, we don't have to put zeros. But when we're talking whole numbers, we do need to put zeros there because they still have to hold that place value. Okay. What's this place value right here? Hundredths. Which number is in the hundredths place? The 1. Find your number. Look right next door. Who's going to tell the 1 to do something? 5. 5's going to tell the 1 to 5 or more. Raise the score. So 1 becomes a 2. Numbers to the left stay the same. Good. Numbers to the right. 0 is their name. Okay. All right. This last part was almost exactly what we did yesterday, right? Multiplying by tens. Remember when we multiply by 10, what can we do to this number? Annex a 0. So I like to teach that you multiply your non-zero digits. So what's 349 times 1? 349. And then we have to annex a 0. Good. What's 10 squared? And this goes off of today's lesson. What's 10 squared? 10 times 10 equals 100. So I'm doing 349 times 100. So I'm going to multiply my non-zero digits. So 349 times 1 is 349. And how many zeros am I going to annex? 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, what's 10 to the third power? 10 times 10 times 10, which is what? 1,000. Okay, what's 1 times 349? 349. And how many zeros am I going to annex? 3. Good. Okay, now I'm just going to tell you how to do this. When we get into multiplying decimals, it will make a lot more sense, okay? Remember how I said when we add and subtract decimals, we just bring the decimal straight down? And when we multiply and divide, it becomes something different, okay? So we are multiplying by 1/10. So we say how many numbers are behind the decimal? 1. We're going to move our decimal 1 time. So 349 times 1/10 is 34.9. Okay, how many numbers are behind the decimal? 2. How many times am I going to move my decimal? 2. 1, 2. So I get 3 and 49 hundredths. And how many numbers are behind the decimal? 3. 1, 2, 3. So I get 349 thousandths. Okay, and that will make a lot more sense when we study that in our math program. All right, good job. You can put that away.